All right. Well, good morning, everyone. This is Medium Sheilah, Inquisitive Tarot. I'm back. Now, I've kind of been on and off. There's a lot going on. As you know, I just retired from my job. I'm a retired Fed. I want to talk about what's going on right now in the government and things that are happening. And it's a good thing I retired because my office that I worked got the hack saw. And so I've got a lot to say. So anyway, yeah, I knew that was coming and I just knew it. And they're going after IT. I was in IT. And I don't know why they think cutting IT in the federal government's agencies is a good thing. Because I don't know, maybe they want everyone to go back to typewriters. We seem to be going backwards in time, right? Where we're going to, I'm hoping that you guys can hear me. I forgot to test, but I'm hoping, okay. No, it seems like they want to go back in time. We want to seem to be going back to the 50s. We've got tariffs that are mimicking the 1930s. It's like we're going backwards completely. And everything that they're doing is going to hurt all of us. So where I worked, it was, it was under HHS. So what they're doing and what they're doing to my agency, which I'm not exactly going to get and say it, I'm going to let you put it together because I'm still not comfortable. I'm still getting processed through OPM. I finally got my first interim annuity payment. So it's happening. But I am angry. I woke up today and I was particularly PO'd. And so, okay. So this mess, okay, they're firing all the federal workers. They're getting rid of the GS-13s and above, and that would have been me. These are the people with institutional knowledge. Not everybody who was a GS-13 did policy. In fact, I never wrote a policy my entire career. I have done standard operating procedures, but because nobody knows what feds are doing, and DOJ is just coming in and cutting everybody. So what happened in my agency and others is that the administrative staff is getting knocked out. So you're losing payroll, you're losing HR, you're losing, the admin staff, you're losing the people who can manage the contracts. So that was me too. They're getting rid of everybody. They got rid of the office that I used to work in also that managed IT spend across the agency. They got rid of my office where I was. And we were doing cost savings on contracts. We were trying to stop duplication in the agency and get people to jump on other vehicles and stop duplicating and start spending that money and spend less money, but being able to do it on, different contracts that we already had. We were trying to save money, but they probably don't know that because they didn't talk to anyone. This is going to hurt you. They're cutting healthcare agencies. They're getting into NIH. They're hitting CDC. They're hitting FDA. Okay, so they're going after FDA and cutting all this stuff. Have fun grocery shopping, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know if your food's safe. Are they going to be able to do inspections? Oh, I don't know. They're closing regional offices. The FDA has regional offices all over the world, actually, because you also have to inspect imports. There's imports, there's exports, there's, medical devices. It's just prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs. Remember the Tylenol scare and there's labeling, there's packaging, there's all this information that you need as a person to buy anything. I'm worried about what's going to happen with that. I'm absolutely beside myself. I can't believe where I worked doesn't exist anymore. They're saying that it doesn't, as we know it, it's gone. And they need to, if they want to bring people back, they need to do it within this week and the next week because it will be devastated and destroyed. And I'm very upset because I did talk to some people in my office and everybody is very devastated. They cut the wrong damn office personally, but that's whatever. I knew I couldn't go back because this was going to betray me. I'm in fighting mood. So I needed to retire. I needed to go. So I can fight out here. And that's another thing. All the feds that are getting fired and riffed and forced to retire, like I was, I knew I needed to get out. I knew it. I just, I know these things. That's why we are this. So I was right about it. But people are mad. And I'm watching Reddits and other places like that. And the mood is, they are getting out and protesting. People are now, they're in a fight. And they're trying to fight while they're in. They're trying to do the best they can to, hold to their oath. I want to talk about that. And I know people, I've said it through the years, I have an oath, but I know the MAGAs don't take it seriously. And a lot of people don't think that feds really do take it seriously. We do. They do. I'm retired. I'm no longer retired fed. I'm no longer there. Oh yeah. And my shirt also says the Hatch Act no longer applies. So I am out here. Come for me, bro. Because, okay, I'm trying to get in here. But people are fighting. That oath to the Constitution is taken extremely seriously. In fact, even though I've retired, I'm taking that to my grave and I will honor it for the rest of my life. And it's been the proudest thing that I ever got to do was to serve my country. I was proud of my service until the T word came in and started making people hate us. I have had the worst time around here. Everybody hates me because I have a job. I'm angry. My mother served the country, my grandfather, my other grandfathers, what the hell? My family, I do my tree. My people came in from the Mayflower and down, all the way down, And so I'm more American than Donald Trump. So fudge off. And by the way, for entertainment purposes only. All right. Anyway, but yeah, no, this cannot go on. And there's going to be a breaking point. So all the stuff that they're doing, they're cutting the services for everybody, the research, the health research. We're losing cancer research. We're losing research on Alzheimer's. They didn't reinstate the Ebola stuff from USAID. They didn't. They're lying about it. And it's a skeleton crew. You're not going to have it. You cut out the administrative staff. You can't do anything. Who's going to order supplies? Who's going to do the P card purchases? And that's the credit cards. And by the way, they've taken everybody's limit and made it $1. You've got to be kidding me. They don't know what they're doing. And RFK Jr. doesn't know what he's doing. And he's a clown. And I'm furious. There was no way I was working for him. That wasn't going to happen. Absolutely not. So they're hurting you. Everything that they're doing with HHS is going to hurt you. There is not, they're not going to save anything by firing people. For years, we were doing cost savings. We were tracking everything, contracts, projects, investments. Everything was tied together. They cut all that out. So the CIPIC office, if that Capital Planning Investment Control, if they got rid of that, that's required under the Klinger-Cohen Act. Every IT dollar has to be followed. You need to know where it's being spent, how it's being spent, and they track the project. So they got rid of the EPLC team. They're the project management team. Or they had the documents, the artifacts that had to be followed. This stuff has nothing to do with the president's, whatever he wants to be doing. Nobody can get in his way. They have no idea what's going on in the agencies. They don't know what's happening. They're just firing people. They don't care. They're ruining people's lives. They're destroying families. For what? And now, with everything that they're doing to HHS, they're going to hurt you and me. And I'm pissed. I went to the grocery store the other day and I thought, oh my God, is this the last time I can go in here and look around and know that what's here has been vetted and is safe? It has been inspected. That these where they make the food, that it's safe, or if I go buy something over the counter, well, I have a chapstick here, but I mean, even this, cosmetics. Yeah, I'm pissed, and you should be too. This is going to affect you. You need to call your congressmen and your senators and bug them and tell them to fix HHS and dump RFK Jr. He's going to hurt all of us. The vaccines. Peter Marks stepped down from Cedar. I think it was Cedar. Yeah. So that's ridiculous. Center for Drugs. They want to take FDA and smash it into 9 offices. These are centers that focus on different things like biologics, the blood. That can't be done at CFSAN with foods or human foods. It can't be done as CVM. It's like things can't mix up so much. They're going to have trouble with FDA. They're just going to F it up so badly. I'm not sure what's going on at NIH, but I know NIH is going through it. ACF, I think it's Children and Families. The Indian Health Service, they're sticking everybody, all the managers, they're trying to push everybody into Indian Health Service. It doesn't make any sense. So the whole thing is extremely frustrating, and I'm very, very concerned. As you can see, my flag is turned upside down because we are in distress. So I can't do this outside because I think my neighborhood would lose their minds, but I do have another type of flag outside. So, these people do not know what they're doing. Okay. Also at HHS, they're cutting all the IT. I started to talk about this, but I feel like I want to get more into this. So everything is run on IT. None of the government agencies, not just HHS, none of the agencies can work without IT. You need IT specialists and people there. And you're going to end up with contractors who also help. The IT specialists know how the systems are run and work. If you kick all these people out, you now have dead systems. The contracts end. How are you going to get in those systems? You lose the data. Is someone going to hack it? I hope not. But I mean, this is the problem. There is going to be a lot of information missing. If they wanted to audit and do things right, they should have come in and talked to the agencies. They can give you reports and say, okay, here's the data you're looking for. You put out a data call, everybody gathers it, gets it to them. That's what happens. They work with you. But this other stuff that they're doing, these reorganizations and just deleting whole offices and stuff, guess what? They don't have the authority to do that. I've said it on my old channel. They do not. Doge can't do it. They are doing it, but they shouldn't be doing it. Congress approves. Before I left, we had just reorganized. They tried to jump the gun with it 6 months ago, and they were stopped. Also because the union was involved, and they were like, no, you can't do this. And everything had to be vetted. The Congress needed to approve it. And then we did it. And then we had what's his face come in and screw everything up and fire everyone and kill everything. Nothing has been done correctly. It's just a hacksaw, the chainsaw. This is a mess. And these people are traitors. You should be mad. And they want to go after Social Security? I don't think so. I've put hundreds of thousands of dollars into it over my career. I know I have my statement. Excuse you, that's my money. Good luck with that. So I do see a lot of protests around here. And it's a good thing. And I'm going to be joining. And I just sent away for some signs. I do have a blank poster board somewhere in another room that I need to sit down and figure out what it is I want to say to it. But I'm on it, but I'm going to be doing it. And if you are able to, wherever you live, please get out there and be seen, be part of it. The more the merrier. And I'm definitely going to be getting there. So I've had to calm down. I've been upset. I know that my team was decimated. I left people behind. They wanted to have retirement parties for me. And I was like, no, absolutely not. I knew what was coming and I couldn't really say it because we don't talk about politics in the government. Nobody does that because The civil service is not political. You don't do it. Although, yeah, between you and a friend, you can do that. You can talk to each other about it. You can do that. But it's not, people don't sit around going, oh, I hate so and so. You can't do it because you're supposed to do your job. That's what here's your job. These are your tasks. You need to do it and you need to do it well. And there's performance appraisals, and I just had mine. The day I had my performance appraisal, I then had to turn around and tell my boss that I was retiring and it was going to be happening soon. It was at the beginning of February, and I told her in January. But, and I did it before the fork emails came out, and that pissed me off. When that happened, I was mad. I was like, maybe I should stay. But then this would have happened anyway. I would have ended up getting riffed, which I was not going to do. They were not going to do me that way. So, but I'm in a fighting mode now. I'm mad and I'm ready to pick a fight with this. And I'm going to be reading. And after this, I'm going to do a reading for something. I'm still trying to get my camera situation straightened up. StreamYard's doing something weird, and I messed up one of my layouts, and I don't know. So I have to use a different one. But I'm going to try to do something. I'm ready to get in here again. I'm mad and I'm ready to go. But I'm definitely willing to talk about the reality of what the government does versus the lies that they're telling. And people do exist and are working. When we were remote, we were working. I can't tell you how many meetings I've had, 9 a.m. meetings. My team leader loved to have 9 a.m. meetings with us. And it was like, come on, can I just wake up? I'm not awake till 10. I never have been my whole life. I mean, I'm working, but I'm not like awake. So for me, and early on in my career, I had an office that loved to have 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. meetings. And it was always crazy, but we did them. I mean, that was the way it was. And I don't know, but this whole thing is just such a hot mess. I mean, no matter what agency they're doing it to, it's wrong. This is not how you save. What they're doing is not saving any money. And then they're going to have to rehire people. But they want this loyalty shit. And I don't know, maybe they'll find soft loyalty. I don't know. But people just want the job. They want to do the work. But now they're making it awful. They've ruined the trust between federal employees and the government. They promised me anyway, if I did a good job and I stayed there and I moved around to all kinds of different offices, I got a lot of experience. I know what my agency does or did. I don't know if it will ever again. I don't know. It's gone. They're saying it's as we know it, it's gone, which is heartbreaking. So I'm very sad, and I'm very worried because I have another team leader. There were 3 tiers. I have only spoken to 2. The top tier dude I haven't talked to. I don't know if he's all right. I'm very worried. I did read a story where I don't know which agency it was in, but somebody there was a federal employee who committed suicide in their office because of all of this. This is very serious. They are ruining lives. And it's going to trickle down to everybody else. Because everybody does some type of service or national security or something. And, there's a lot of problems with this. And there's federal employees that are being fired. And guess what? There are, foreign actors trying to find ways to hire them. And so I caution the people who've left and are still wanting to work, please vet who you're talking to. You really need to be careful. Remember your oath, it still holds. And I know that they do, but sometimes people might miss what's going on and not understand. So I just want everyone to be careful out there. Be cautious. Do research on the companies that you want to work for. But yeah, this is just heartbreaking. And, I have a niece who wants to be in political science, and I'm very worried for her. I mean, there's people that plan to get jobs in the government and wanted to work, and now everything's just thrown away. What do I think is going to happen in the long run? All right, I'm calming down. My rant fest is over. Okay. In the long run, I think we're going to get it back. And what's his face has made enemies. I have to be careful here. All over the place. Even MAGAs are mad at him. So he's gonna find out. He's gonna fofo himself. So let's just leave it at that. But I don't think we're going to lose America. I don't want you to think that we're going to lose America. I want everybody to dig in and get mad, fight back, do it legally, of course. Don't break the law. Do everything you can. If you want to protest, just please, do it peacefully. We're going to lose ground if we get into other stuff. So everybody just needs to keep that in mind. We will get it back. I'm getting my fight back, but I need to do it the right way. And I've been, knocking horns with people lately, and it's just not good. So I need to do it here. This is one place for me. So you will see me. I am going to try to do some readings. I've got a very uneven tripod right now. I got to fix that. But yeah, I'm planning to come back in here. I'm going to do some readings, and I'm going to try to start posting every day, which means I have to get my makeup on and do my hair every day. I'm sorry, my stomach is making noise. I'm hungry. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm back. Stay strong, everyone. And I do know that the federal employees who are still in the government are still fighting. They're still fighting for you and trying to keep things whole. But the douche boys are definitely trying to get into systems and do things. And there's restrictions for feds to give them access. So it's just a hot mess. And they're doing their best to hold. But it's just not. And I would have been riffed if I had stayed in. But I knew what they were going to do. So I retired. Yeah, I knew. I knew it the minute he got elected. I was like, I started looking at my retirement. I was like, I'm getting out. I can't do it. And I had my other YouTube channel that I've deleted I had, so excuse me, my stomach is growling. I had, some subscribers, but I'm going to be back and we're going to do this. I know I keep saying that, but I think I'm finally here. It's taken me a while and now I'm mad, and that gets me to act. So I'm back, and you will see another video coming up soon. And as soon as I can figure out how to shut this down right now, I will. All right. All right. Thanks, everybody. Please like and subscribe to Medium Sheilah, Inquisitive Tarot, whatever you want to call me, Sheilah. So I've got to get back up here and, let's talk. We will be doing it. All right. Thanks all.